Hello guys, so we're in Treorchy today, which is a very popular area. It actually won UK High Street of the whole of the UK in 2019, and it's had loads of awards over the years. Really great high street. It's got lots of independents that's still going. So we've got a house here on the high street. It's an absolutely huge house and it's absolutely stunning, and we'll show you around. But before I show you around, I just wanted to talk through the figures on this one because they're absolutely insane. So the figures on this one is we purchased this house for £85,000. We've spent around about £60,000 on it, a bit more than we anticipated, due to many different things, you know, builder issues, materials and labour going up over time, problems, unforeseen problems, but it's a huge house, so it's sort of understanding that these problems can come up. And then we had the end value of, we're looking to get an end value of £200,000 on this. So absolutely insane equity built in. And we're looking to rent the property as well for about £950 per calendar month. So probably even more. So we've got a great cash flowing asset there as well. So, yeah, I'll show you around. So this is the living room area. So before, this had like a wall down here and along here. And it was almost like this was the front of it was a butcher's. It was actually an old butcher's. So this was like the front of the butcher's. It had like all tiles all across there with cows on them. And this was like a little office area. So what we thought we could do here in order to maximise the space, bring in light and then maximise the value is knock it all out and create one big open plan area, which I think looks really, really nice. And then as we tend to always do, especially if we're selling properties, so originally this was going to be sold, but we ended up wanting to keep it, we always put a porch in. So especially when we're selling, we always put a porch in because we don't like the fact that someone can walk straight into the living room and then have nowhere to really put their shoes. So it's nice to, and hang their coats and stuff. So it's nice to have a porch here. We always go for tiles in the porch as well because they're long lasting in rentals. So yeah, that's what we've done there. So going around the property then, Nick, talk to us a little bit about original features because you love the original features in this property, don't you?
Yeah.
You've been walking around and pretty much just picking them up and going, I'd love this property just because of the original features we've kept.
So I'll talk you through the original features that I've seen in this property that I think are absolutely stunning, and they've done a great job of restoring them also, and making them look really good. First thing is this staircase, absolutely stunning. And then as we go up, you can see the staircase follows up again, up and around. They've kept this door, which is really original. And these curved walls, you see these in like old Victorian style houses. They're not very common, but they're absolutely stunning. And then as we go into this front room, you've got this panelling, which is absolutely stunning. They've done a great job in restoring it, matching the colour scheme with the woodwork throughout. And it just adds so much value, especially for something that was already there.
Yeah, so what we find from keeping these original features is there's many benefits really. It's like when you find a property that's on the market that has been done to a cottagey old traditional style with, you know, exposed sort of chimney breasts and like the old beams and stuff. You always find that those properties tend to get a good amount of value more than the other properties, 10-15%. And that's what we like to do. We like to retain those original features because people love that, and they find that, you know, you find that those properties do go for a lot more than the other properties. So top tip there.
Top tip.
So yeah, we spoke about this open plan nice living area. Now I'll take you into what used to be another reception room. So this used to be another reception room here. What we've done here is there was actually a kitchen out there. I'll show you in a minute what we've done, but we've created this into the kitchen, which is a nice big area for a kitchen. Got loads of space. And then obviously you've got the nice bay window here, which brings in tons of light. You can see the, as Nick was saying earlier, the Dugard property special is we always go for this type of vinyl in our bathrooms and our utilities, and we always go for this type of vinyl here, a light grey vinyl in our kitchens, in our rentals. And around here in the South Wales Valley, they absolutely fly. Everybody absolutely loves it. The grey and white theme. For the rentals, so we've sort of done it as a cookie cutter effect.
Quick question, George.
Yes.
If you were going to do this project as a flip, would you still use vinyl flooring?
No. So do you want me to talk you through all the things I would change in this property if I was to do it?
Yeah.
So I'll talk a little bit about that. So what I probably would do in this scenario, and this is, you know, it could be controversial, it's just an opinion of mine, and this is what works for us. So for me, this wall would have come down. This would have probably had to have quite a thick RSJ along here, and then this would have been all the way to the back, a big open plan. So if you come down here, Nick, all of this would have been open plan, massive open plan with bifold doors here to create a big, you know, a nice open area as a kitchen. Now that creates significant value because of the amount of space and the light and the value that we've created out on doors going straight out into the garden. What I would have done as well is I would have put a higher end kitchen here. We probably would have put something in with like an island in the middle of all this big area, and the kitchen probably would have spent another £2 or £3 grand probably on the kitchen for the size of the kitchen. On top of that, we wouldn't have gone for vinyl floors. Vinyl is absolutely brilliant for rentals because it's cheap and it's also waterproof, so it works really, really well for rentals. But if we were to sell this property, you really want someone to walk into that property, walk around the property and think they can live in that home, and this is an amazing place. So what we would do is probably go for LVT, running it all the way through the ground floor, even in the living room, run all the way through. So probably we need to be doing a little bit more self-levelling because this house is a very old house, and it is a little bit uneven in places, so that living room would probably need to be a full self-level all the way through, and then lay LVT all the way through here. What I would also do is we upgrade the bathrooms as well. We always make sure that all the front of the house is painted, need that curb appeal, new front door every time. And that is pretty much the changes we would have made on this property. We may have gone for another colour on the paint just to mix up things a little bit and make it, you know, a bit of a contrast. But the main things really when you're looking at a high-end rental to a flip is your floors, your kitchens and your bathrooms. That's what I would say are the main things. You could even upgrade your doors as well to oak doors, and they're really appealing. Always make sure your gardens are done in a flip as well. Because what I found is I've spoken to a lot of estate agents, and every single one of them pretty much says, do your garden, because a lot of people go in and they want it fully done. They don't want to have to do anything. A lot of people that are buying these prices, you know, they're busy professionals and they just want to come in and they want a nice garden to have their friends round in the summer and stuff. They don't want to have to be spending 4 or 5 grand on a garden. So make sure the garden is looking pristine as well. So yeah, what we've done in here, this used to be the kitchen. So what we've done is we've essentially created a utility room for the tenants, which is pretty cool, and then create a corridor down here into a downstairs bathroom. So the downstairs bathroom, again, we've gone for that sort of cookie cutter effect that we always go for. White metro tiles, grey grout. I wouldn't use white grout because especially in rentals, because it always goes dirty very quickly and looks rough. So I'd always go for grey grout. We always go for like a rainfall shower, and this is the sort of bathroom suite we go for every time from Plumwell, and it works really well. Everybody loves it, and we get really high value rent on it. Just a standard toilet and sink as always, and then a towel rack we always go for as well in our rentals. So going upstairs. You go upstairs. So the reason this is plastered and the rest of the house is painted is because we had pretty much finished the job, pretty much painted everything, and then we had a massive roof leak, as you can see here. Can you see where it's got like a big sweat patch, damp mark there? So the roof leak was quite significant, and the rain in Wales does not stop going, and it blew a lot of the plaster, and because it blew the plaster, it sort of blew all the way along to like here. So what we did is we just hacked off all the, it was very annoying because we finished the job pretty much. We hacked off the wall, had to re-render it, re-plaster it, and obviously need to fix the roof issue. So upstairs we have 3 bedrooms. So this is one of the bedrooms. Nothing really significant to talk about in here, apart from the fact we use door. Well, this one is actually door doors. This is like a 5-panel door. We've actually never used this before, but I quite like it.
I was going to ask you about them earlier. What doors are they?
Yeah. And then this bathroom, we've gone a little bit higher end on this bathroom than we usually do in our rentals, and I think it's because we wanted to utilise the space because it's such a big bathroom. We wanted to make this, fill the space a bit. Because if there's just one sink here, I think it would look a bit odd. So what we've gone for is we've gone for a his and her sink, which I think is pretty cool. Those sort of things that you can do will uplift the value in terms of your rental value. So it is sometimes worth thinking about doing these sort of things to try and get the highest rent you possibly can in order to get a cash flow and boost your return on capital employed. So again, here we've gone for the same bath shower sort of theme here, and that's pretty much this bathroom. Spotlights as well. We always go for spotlights in our bathrooms and kitchens throughout these houses. If going back to the flip again, if we were to flip, a lot of the time we do put spotlights all through the downstairs as well, because people love that really, doesn't it? It creates a modern effect. So here we have another bedroom, another double bedroom. They're all double bedrooms in this house. It's just so much space. And then, as Nick showed you earlier, I think this is a really nice touch. This was an old it was all very dark brown and sort of dated. We painted it grey, created a modern feel to this room, but by retaining the features. So yeah, massive double room here, which looks really good. And then we do have an extra bonus to this house, and this is the extra bonus. It's this attic room. So a huge double room again. So 4 double rooms in this house, which is awesome, because around in the South Wales Valleys you don't get many 4-bed houses. So when they do come up, you're catering to a specific market who are happy to pay a lot more rent.